you ever afraid of saying something?
I've been, I'm instinctively an instigator. As a little boy, I used to love, in fact, I'll give you a scenario. I was walking behind my sister and about 3 of her friends at 7 years old. My sister turned around and noticed that every time that they were bending over, I was taking an extra look. She turned and said, "You're a nasty little boy." I said to myself, I said, "Is that what I am?" I think, I like that. So I've been nasty ever since. Religiously. I mean, it's like, it's nothing, but see, and I'm really glad that I came to a point a couple of years ago that validated my nastiness. Believe it or not, it's as I say to you, it's because I realize that the innuendos that Marvin, me, Barry, all the singers that you've heard in your lifetime, that alluded to the bedroom, they alluded to our orgasm, they alluded to anything sensual, we're only addressing where we come from. And it's a beautiful place. It's something that, unfortunately, in our time being here, we've learned some unfortunate habits for us. What we are, how we treat things, how to look at things, feeling uncomfortable about something that is as natural as you take the next breath. And some of us, like myself, are rebels. I refuse to feel bad about something that I feel good about, something that I don't have to work at, something that I wake up in the morning and it's like a good sip of coffee, or a good breath of air, or something that you don't want, you need. It's a part of you. However, the truth is, the sincere truth is, as I'm blessed with a natural sense of everyone. It's not just, I'm a romanticist. Listen to my music. I mean, I came up with, me and Marvin, when we were doing the I Want You album, we laughed a lot. In fact, when he did this song, "I'm gonna give you some head, baby." Lots of people in here have listened to the record, don't even realize that's what's being said. But if you listen to it closely, the whole chorus is, "I'm gonna give you some head, baby, that's what I do, 'cause me and the engineer Art was standing in the studio when he did it. Of course, there was a sign on the studio board that when you came in, the first thing you seen was head. Not that we were alluding to anything. I love what I'm doing more than anything else in the world. It's nothing that that's something that I have paid to do, I pay to do. I mean, literally pay to do. And the times that I have turned down opportunities that could have made me an excessively wealthy man, financially wealthy, I feel like I'm wealthier than I may have been. Some people could debate that, but my wealth isn't about mankind wealth. It's spiritual. So, again, like Marvin, like myself, very idealistic. Marvin was really rich and he had a talent for telling you his life in a record. I'm not that exposed myself. I kind of like playing with emotions. And if not playing with them, exciting. As I said, as a kid, I liked saying things that would make, "You didn't say that," and it would always make me feel
good. They always, I got 2 questions actually, if that's
Please.
Cool. They always talk about like how Marvin Gaye had like these many demons, and I was like, well, had he had like a nervous breakdown or anything, like, or how was he acting around you or whatever?
Marvin was, as I said, very similar, very idealistic. Idealistic people is extremely sensitive. They treat things in a deeper form than a lot of people do. And where me and Marvin differed is Marvin clinged to disappointments. He did not
couldn't take criticism?
Well, it wasn't criticism, it was the pains that he had in his life from the marriages, or the marriage, one of the biggest marriages, his first marriage, I think, that didn't work, and He had a couple other grievances in his life. He was Marvin Gaye. His father was gay. He had to live with the fact that his father was gay coming up. Also, being totally heterosexual and having the last name Gay. There was a couple of issues that he dealt with, but he was as I am in the light of being just another human being, another man or whatever. I was asked by a lady at a party one night. She was trying to make, I guess, the guys feel uncomfortable because she asked a couple of guys the same question. She looked at me and she says, "Do you know that you have a lady in you?" And I answered really quickly. I said, "Yes, 50% of me is female." I said, "But the lady in me is so in love with the guy, she can't wait to get to him." So I'm excessively impressed with the fact that part of me is female, and I said this to a dear friend of mine. Any man that's uncomfortable around a gay individual, you better check yourself out. Because I got a lot of friends that I love dearly that are gay. I feel that gay people are getting the same slack and the same bullshit that black people get, that women get. A false, very disrespected outlook about who and what they are. We are not supposed to be equating who and what. I don't say when I say we're not supposed to be. I think what it is that there's a lot of misspent time in our lives on this planet where we have the audacity to delve into someone else's bedroom and tell them what we feel about it. My feeling is this. I said, I guess about 15 years ago to a very dear friend of mine who was as gay as all outdoors. This guy wished he was a woman at Christmas. Okay? I said to him, he said, the only thing I feel is if I were gay, there will be no question about me saying to the world, you can kiss my ass. I'm who I am, I love who I am, and I'm not asking you to be who I am. And I'd say to anybody that has that particular classification, love yourself enough where it's like I said about your work. You don't ask anybody, is my work okay? You ask yourself that first. See, because but by the time you release that work for somebody else, even your close friend, to hear it, you listen to it enough to know that, now it's time. Now I can play this for somebody. Because believe me, nobody other than, and she hears it only by proxy through the wall. And nobody hears anything of mine until because it's like, I can't hit on a woman because I hate being rejected. And I've been that way since a teenage boy, so I learned how to get mine without hitting on them. Hey, we all got a style, Mine is real free, It's like the same thing about making love. You just make yourself available. Once somebody knows that you're in the room with them and you're on the same page, it's like my sister said, being a young man and had four older sisters, by the time I was 20 years old, I had been schooled very well about the other side. So I wasn't the young boy that a lot of young men think that when they're going out to cop, you're going out to be copped. Because most of the time you think you're copping, you ain't copping, she was waiting for you. And that's the game that women play because they approach, we go out the masculine style to allure. They go out, they've already allured. Because they got something we want. It ain't like we got something they want, but they got something we want, and they do that feminine, that feminine thing that we love so much. That's the reason why we're here.